And we're live. Hello, everybody. Just doing an experiment here. Friday, lunch and learn. Working from home, kind of boring. And I thought, I don't know anybody that goes live at noon on a Friday. And I've checked. I don't think there is anybody. You got Beth in the house. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Just a half hour just to check in with people. Hey, hi, how you doing? Dawn is here. Yeah, Friday lunchtime. It's pretty cool. I got a catalog in the mail. When there's some more people in here, I'll show you guys. I don't know about this angle. I'm standing up in front of my desk. I don't want to sit because if I sit, then the camera's going to point down at my trash pile, and then it looks like I don't know. I'm going to try standing up to see how this works. If it doesn't work, I'll sit down next time. But yeah, sales have plummeted. I'm having my lunch. I have a liquid lunch. Bolt House Farms, coconut milk, bananas, and chocolate with a little added protein. I don't normally eat in front of people, but this is my lunch break, so put in the chat what you guys are having for lunch. Or did you already eat lunch, or is it not lunchtime where you live? And Mrs. Midwest Picker keeps sending me links to houses because we're in the process of moving and purging, cleaning, packing up everything here. And then we still have to look for a house. So she's sending me these links, and every single day we're finding houses. But man, the housing market here is nuts. Looking sharp today. Well, thanks. Yeah, normally when I record a video, I'm wearing a t-shirt, like an Enoch t-shirt or some funny shirt. But when I'm working in the middle of the day, you never know when your boss is going to call you on Teams chat, like video conferencing. So that could go off anytime, even right now. And I kind of got to look like I know what I'm talking about. I can't wear a Hulk Hogan t-shirt and have the vice president of the healthcare system video chat me. I mean, I could, but I would just look kind of weird. But thank you, Beth. Turkey wrapped with chips. You're making me hungry. That sounds a lot better than coconut milk. But hey, I gotta trim down so I can move all my furniture in the next month or so. Tim is in the house. Wow, that sounds awesome. That's healthy too. Yeah, that sounds great. And speaking of Mrs. Midwest, why are you not packing? Yeah, I know. I spend my lunch break, taking out trash, packing stuff up, going through, I find papers from like 2006, like a credit card statement. So I have a shred pile and I put it in the shredder and I shred it before I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. But yeah, during the day on my lunch break, I do what I can. I did take that tote out to the trash though. So I did do one thing for the house. I took a big huge container of trash out to the street. So I did that. And I was just telling the guys in the chat that you've been sending me links to houses, which is really fun to look at. But the housing market is just on fire in West Michigan. As soon as you see something, you're like, oh, that looks nice. And the next day it's already sold. Chocolate protein shake. Well, Beth, that's almost the exact same thing. I had rice cakes with peanut butter on it and then wash it down with this puppy here. Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah. She's keeping me in line. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, every night, me and Mrs. Midwest, we feel like we're 100 years old. Our back is killing us. We're taking Tylenol. I don't know how people do it. Can you imagine doing this for a living, like working for a moving company, two men in a truck, or any company where they're hauling furniture up and down stairs and moving people 8 hours a day as your job? I would drop dead. That's hard enough just moving totes around. But yeah, yeah, we've been working our butts off. Both of us have. And it's going good. I mean, it's only March 11. We've got a lot done. We got a lot more to go, but we just could do a little bit every day. Tonight Mrs. Midwest is gonna help me in the attic above the garage. That ought to be fun. The temperature is great. It's only, I don't know, in the 40s. Perfect temperature to be in an attic. Well, no, it won't show. It's only gonna be like 50 degrees today. So that's the perfect kind of weather if you have to be in an attic for 10 minutes. You should do one of those shows that you pick 3 houses and then keep us all in at suspense on which one you would pick. Yeah, that takes a lot of work, but that's true, Beth. Those are funny. We always make jokes about those. I don't even know the name of those shows, but you have a couple that are looking at different houses, and the woman like sells birdhouses on Etsy, and the guy like volunteers at a library, and their budget is like $1.8 million. I don't know how they do that, but yeah, Beth, we would consider doing videos like that for my channel. The problem is the houses are gone. I mean, as soon there was a house Mrs. Midwest was telling me about. It got listed and it had 17 offers, and it sold for a huge amount of money, more than the listing price. I mean, that's how crazy it is here. There's no time to make a video because the house would be gone by the time you got there. But if we can put in an offer and maybe hold, I don't know if you can hold a house if you have an offer, but for sure when we narrow it down, or if we buy a house, I definitely will be making videos on that. Yeah, it's fun to look. Sue's here. Welcome, Sue. Glad you were here. This is just a little lunch and learn. This is my lunch today, Sue, if you missed it. A little liquid coconut milk and banana and chocolate. Trying to stay healthy. And I'm just popping on because, Dawn, Two Hip Chicks, Dawn and Mary, as they're on every Tuesday, Thursday from noon to 1. Brian Davis, Mr. Buys a Lot, has an auction Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, starting at 1. I figured, you know what, Friday at noon, I don't know anybody that's live, so why not? I'll just eat my lunch and go live at the same time. Check in with you guys. I'll show you guys this catalog I got in the mail. Mrs. Midwest hasn't seen it yet. It just came today. Archie McPhee, We Make Weird. So it's a catalog of weird stuff. So I know Mrs. Midwest is cringing right now, but you just have to buy weird. We're getting rid of my hobby. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to get our extended family involved, and maybe even pay some young folks to move the heavy stuff because there's no way I'm gonna do that. Da-da-da. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, it's not a bad lunch. It's okay. I have to get my readers out. If Marie Perlette was here, she'd yell at me for squinting. Doyle Warehouse. I'm going to look at foreclosure house. Yeah, I mean, that's very tempting. We could do that. There's no reason we couldn't do that. We have family in the construction trade that could help us fix it up. There just aren't any available. They just get scooped up so fast. Let's see, just a few live on Friday, but low content. Yeah, I don't see a lot. I was shocked too. Friday night, there's very little people live. Probably busy doing better things than going live on YouTube. But I've never seen you before, Doyle. Welcome to my channel. Glad you're here. This is a reseller channel. This is just fun. I go live every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about reselling, whether it's Poshmark, eBay, Craigslist, whatever. Um, Last Sunday I gave away prizes. I'm not going to do that every Sunday, but yeah. And today I'm just popping in on my lunch break, just saying hello to everybody, having a good time. So throw any questions you might have in the chat, reseller questions, Mrs. Midwest picker questions. I do have YouTube open so I can see. We got 8 watching and 7 thumbs up. Well, that's pretty awesome. Sweet. Da, da, da. Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you this catalog. You let me know. I have an idea of what I want to buy. And so, have you ever seen those sunshades for cars that you put in the windshield? Like you go to a flea market or you go anywhere and it's a hot sunny day and you put that cardboard in your windshield to keep the sun out so you don't get the greenhouse effect and your car doesn't get really hot. Well, this catalog has one right up my alley. And it's cheap too, but look at that one. That's a sunshade for your windshield. So, pretty sure I'll be using Midwest Picker money to buy that so that when I go sourcing, I'll put that in the windshield to keep the heat out of my car. Mrs. Midwest is probably really proud of me right now. Da, 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 da. I've seen you on Dom's show and saw you live today. Watched a couple of your other. Well, thanks, Doyle. I appreciate that. Your name does seem familiar. I see hundreds of names. Like when I'm being interviewed on somebody else's channel, especially a heavy hitter like Dominic, I see people in the chat. So names look familiar, but I don't always know everybody. But I do like to learn new names and new people. You like that? See there, cha-ching. It's got the approval, Don's approval. So there we go. I'll be buying that sun visor. And there's something else I want to buy in here. Doyle approved it. So it's a go. Place your photo in the bags. Yeah. You get on your clear. A clearance category. Yeah, I run sales all the time, 7 days sales. I just finished one, 25% off everything in my store. I sold one thing. The guy sent me an offer and I had to go back and forth and I eventually sold it, but it's kind of depressing. Sales have just fallen off a cliff. And I'm going in revising things, so I'm reducing prices a little bit, changing the shipping to free shipping on a couple light items. I'll run another sale again, but sales have just not been going good lately. I usually sell like one or two things a day. Okay, so I thought of this. So Dawn has an easy button, like the staples. You push a red button, it says that was easy. If you guys know Blake, No Block, he's got like 99,000 subscribers. When he gets a super chat, he rings a bell. So I was thinking when I go live on Sunday night, if I get a super chat, I could play the yodeling pickle. It's a plastic pickle with a button and you push it and it yodels. So maybe when I get a super chat, I'll play the yodeling pickle. I'm on the fence with that one. I'm not quite sure if that's going to be cool or not. I could play a video, but as you can see in the upper right corner, I don't pay for StreamYard. It's free. It's $10 a month. I'm not really ready to pull the trigger on that and pay for StreamYard. But if I did, then I could play like a little 5-second video clip every time I got a super chat. And then I could have a fancy background like when I do. Let's see if it shows up. I'm not sure what it's doing. Yeah, it's not doing anything right now because nobody's here. But I don't have a fancy background. I can't play little video clips because I don't pay for StreamYard. But if I did, I could do something like that. But for now, I don't know. It's $10 for a yodeling pickle. I'm not sure if that's worth $10. Da, 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 da. What app or software do you use to track mileage? I don't. I just record it in an Excel spreadsheet. So I just use Google Maps to calculate the round trip mileage, and then I'll keep it in a spreadsheet in Excel. I go to the same places. I go to like the same 20 places, so I've already calculated the mileage. And then when I go somewhere outsourcing, I just record it. Not too fancy yet. I probably will soon. I was talking to Mrs. Midwest about that. Probably need to invest in like QuickBooks or either GoDaddy bookkeeping. It's just cloud-based, one or the other, probably QuickBooks. Um, that's coming soon, but after we move and get into the new house, take my eBay store off of the away mode, and then start cranking on sales and sourcing again, I'm definitely going to get probably QuickBooks, make it easier. But right now, I track everything manually in Excel. Yeah. They have the screamer, like I don't know what artist was that, Picasso or something. Little scream guy. I don't think people want to get screamed at when they give me a super chat. Why won't that focus? There we go. Come on. Focus. Anyway, it won't focus. But yeah, they got all kinds of stuff. They got goats and cats. You got the goat sound. I don't know if people would want to hear a goat or a sigh. You got unicorn sound effects, chicken sound effects. Yeah, I don't know. Instant audience. Okay, Don vetoed the pickle idea. I'll have to come up with something else. Maybe a cowbell, like ring a cowbell or something. How about a squawking rubber chicken? Squawking chicken. That looks kind of expensive though. I don't know about that. Yeah, I heard QuickBooks is good for people like me that are kind of old school, that aren't really hip. I think GoDaddy bookkeeping is a little too hip for me. Of course, I heard it's fantastic and it connects directly to your reseller platform, which is what I need. But Beth, does QuickBooks, does that connect to like your eBay account and just pull everything automatically, or how does that work? I don't even know how it works. I know I know GoDaddy bookkeeping, you put in your eBay username, password, and it connects to your account and everything is seamless and transfers over for you. Mostly everything does. I don't know if QuickBooks does that or not, but that would be sweet if it did. Doyle did some research already for me. I was looking at Stride, Mile IQ, or QuickBooks Self-Employed. All have a good value, apps, and easy to use. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah, I think QuickBooks has an add-on for mileage. I don't know. I barely researched it, but I'll probably go with QuickBooks. It seems like most people I know use QuickBooks. Handful of people use GoDaddy. I think either one are fine, but I like the idea of QuickBooks better. Have you heard of the Super Chat play? Yeah, I did. And if you guys don't know, Victoria Adventures in Reselling, she just got monetized. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, and she's got a hilarious Minions video. Nana's got a really cool video, but they pay for StreamYard to do that. So I have video ideas. I even have some, 5 to 8 second videos already queued up, ready to go. I just don't know that it's worth paying the $10 a month yet. It might be. I don't know. Definitely makes it more flexible and easier to do YouTube if you pay for StreamYard. So I might. I always say I'm not going to do something and I end up doing it. I need the chicken. Okay, so Sue votes yes on the chicken. Anybody in here a science nerd or biology nerd? You can Google it and cheat, but do you know what a tardigrade is? A tardigrade are these little creatures that live in the water, even the North Pole, pretty much anywhere, and they're really weird. I mean, they're not. I don't know if they're microscopic, but they're super small. And these things, you can freeze them like in a block of ice for a year, thaw them out, and they're still alive. They can tolerate radiation, high temperature, low temperature. They're just weird. They're weird looking too, but they have these little mechanical tardigrades where you can race them. They're kind of ugly, if you can see that. So if you're a biology nerd, You might only got racing babies too. Huh? It's just kind of weird. Should I do a video of racing babies? Put that on YouTube? Probably get in trouble with YouTube. They also have racing possums, Grim Reapers. I like the Grim Reapers. Look at that, racing Grim Reapers. You got little numbers on their backs. I gotta catch up with the chat. Oh yeah, Doyle, I've got all kinds of alien sounds. I got Enoch videos, Joey videos. I use a sound changing website to change my voice to like an alien or a robot voice, all that kind of stuff. The question is, do I want to pay StreamYard? That's the question. But yeah, when it comes to crazy ideas, I got millions of them. Okay, I think you're talking about GoDaddy, or not GoDaddy. You're talking about QuickBooks. Okay. Yeah, I was just watching Rockstar Flipper Casey Paris. If you haven't watched it, he had a video, just posted it last night. And I was watching it this morning. The not to get into politics. This is a family-friendly channel. We're not going to get political, but the stimulus bill passed, and it was signed by President Biden on Friday, which is today, or he signed it yesterday. I don't know. Today's Friday, March 12th. And buried in the stimulus bill was a change to the tax code. So I'm not going to get into the details. Go watch the video on Rockstar Flipper's channel because he breaks it down pretty well. But basically, there's a lot of confusion with 1099 forms. And if you don't know what that is, when you sell on a platform and you reach a certain threshold, eBay or PayPal or both would send a 1099 form, one copy to the IRS and one to you, and you would use that when you do your taxes. And the threshold for PayPal was $20,000 and 200 transactions or more in a year, and they would do that. Well, all they're doing is they're doing you a favor by sending you the 1099. You're responsible for your own taxes and reporting your net profits, whether it's $20 or $20 million. It doesn't matter if you get a 1099 or not. You still have to do that. But in the stimulus bill that just passed yesterday or today, they reduced that threshold to $600 in one transaction. And it's going to impact everything. Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, OfferUp, all of those, Facebook Marketplace, who knows? And this goes into effect December 31st, 2021. So at the end of this year. So starting January 1 of 2022, they're going to go after just about every reseller on the internet. And it's interesting. It won't affect most people because we already do our taxes and claim our net profit. But it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens when people sell keychains on Etsy and they sell $602 worth of keychains in a year and they get a 1099 and they're like, whoopsie, was I supposed to be claiming this in my taxes? Well, you better start now. I think most of us already do that, but I think there's a small percentage of people that don't. Yeah, I think QuickBooks does have add-ons. I'm not sure, but there are other programs that do it too. I think there's aftermarket products that you can buy that will work with QuickBooks. I'm not totally sure. I have to investigate it too. Jennifer Hayes, welcome to my live stream. Glad you're here. This is just a little lunch and learn. Da, da, da. Yeah, no, I don't know about that. $10 a month isn't bad. A cockroach of the water. Yeah, it's weird because if you ever Google it and look it up, tardigrade, Tardigrades. They're weird looking and they're just weird animals. Squirrel racing. I don't know. There's chickens. There's cockroaches. There's babies, grim reapers, possums. That's it. Oh, they even got a tardigrade toy. Look at that. Tardigrade toy right there. Isn't that just the weirdest looking thing? Only $7.50 a piece. Maybe I should sell tardigrades on my YouTube. Me and Joey should race. I don't know. That's taking advantage of the stupid. Because he can only drag himself on the ground with his nose, so that's an easy win. And yeah, he's got that really cool microphone. Yeah, he would do it. He would make me something if I asked him. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, if you're small potatoes like me, you can do your own. With the right software and um, track everything, keep all your receipts. I mean, you can spend a Saturday and do it yourself. I don't have my taxable income was a joke. I mean, it was less than $1,000. But yeah, definitely, if you don't know what you're doing or you're a heavy hitter, you definitely want to hire a CPA to get it done right. Thanks, Jennifer, for dropping that link on Casey's video. Yeah, I don't think anybody knows. But like Casey said, it's not going to affect 90% of the people because we already claim everything and we already do our taxes. It shouldn't be too much of a shock, but I think for the casual reseller, um, it's going to be shocking. But it doesn't kick in until January 1 of 2022, so you have plenty of time to prepare. They got all these weird finger puppets too. I don't know if I want a tar. Okay, how about glow in the dark tardigrade finger puppets? That's just uh that's just weird. I don't think I'm gonna get that. I don't need, but I like the racing Grim Reapers. That's pretty funny. Racing cockroaches. I don't know if anybody'd like to watch that. Racing chickens. Racing babies. That's just weird. Squirrel underpants. Oh yeah, there's a mask in here that I might want to buy. Now you've all seen the horse mask that people wear. Okay, where'd it go? Of course, I'm going backwards. Yeah, like a Halloween mask. It's a horse's head. They've got a pigeon in here. Here we go. Now I would wear the pigeon. Look at that. Could you could you see me at a live auction wearing a pigeon mask? I think that would be so cool. Horse, I've seen that before. And then they got a pug. I don't know. Showing up at a live auction wearing that pigeon mask, I think would be pretty neat. How does one pay their tax? To just send it. Yeah, you have to use either tax preparation software or hire a CPA. Um, and that will show you how to do it. I use TurboTax. Other people use H&R Block software. If you're pretty big, you would have to hire a CPA, and if you're incorporated like an LLC or an S corp, you would pay estimated taxes every quarter. But that's once you get really, really big. But um, yeah, you would just pay your taxes once a year if you're small time, and then the tax software or the CPA would tell you whether you get a refund or have to send a check. Yeah. Yeah, it would just be when if you do really small, Jennifer, I'm not a CPA. I can't give tax advice. This video is entertainment only. But if you have really small sales, just figure out what your net profit is, and that's subtracting your expenses, and then just claim it as miscellaneous income when you file your taxes. There's a section for that. Like if you have a garage sale and you sell $100 worth of stuff, that there's a miscellaneous. If you're a babysitter, you babysit somebody's kids, you're supposed to claim all that miscellaneous income. Most people don't, but sounds like that's what you would do. You like the pug? Pug is kind of cool. Yeah, Sue's big time. Yeah, if you're an LLC or an S corp, most people I think either have to or choose to pay estimated taxes on a quarterly basis. That way, when you do file your taxes and you have a tax liability, it's not this ginormous amount of money, which would be shocking. Yeah, you don't send anything, Jennifer, for each individual sale. Are you talking? I think, Jennifer, you're confusing sales tax with income tax. Yeah, yeah. If you're a hobbyist like me, you would just track all your sales, all your expenses, keep your receipts, and then once a year, when you do your taxes, like in February, March for the previous year, um, I would highly recommend using tax preparation software like TurboTax, H&R Block software, something like that. And that will walk you through step by step the information you need to put in. Yeah, I would keep it simple, Jennifer. You're talking a very small amount of money. So just keep track of your cost of goods, keep the receipts, track your mileage, and then just say, okay, I had 300 in gross sales and my expenses were $200, so my net taxable income is $100. And then just put that as miscellaneous income, $100, and then just keep everything. If you ever get a phone call, I doubt you would get an audit or anything, but you would have everything there. Yeah, it's your net sales, how much money you got minus your expenses is your income. So if you took in $300 for the year, but you spent $200 in expenses like cost of goods and packing material and toner for your printer and bubble wrap and all that, subtract that from your net sales, and that's your taxable net income is what's left over basically. A lot of people don't have anything left over. Like as much as I do, my taxable income was a couple $100 because every penny I made went into expenses like bubble wrap and boxes and mailers and toner and just all of that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Don. Don has an auction Monday night, 8 p.m. I think it's every other Monday, 8 p.m. So go ahead and drop that, Don. I'm going to be turning this off soon. My lunch break is over in a minute, but this has been fun. What do we have in here? Da, da, da. 10 people watching. Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, you could. I kind of do a 60-40 split. So if I have like what I would call profit, so let's say you sell a birdhouse on Etsy for $100. Etsy sends you $100, let's just say. Your cost of goods for materials like the wood and the paint and all that is $10. So you're going to pocket 90. I would put 40% of that 90 into a savings account and what's left over to yourself. And then that way, when your tax liability comes, you have plenty of money in your savings account to cover whatever tax you owe. And then if you have money left over, you get to keep it. So I personally do like a 60-40 split. I keep 40% aside for Uncle Sam. It's never that high, but it's good to be disciplined. I keep 60% for me and 40% I set aside for future possible taxes. But you can do it any way you want, especially if you don't make that much. It's not gonna matter too much. You can do 70-30 too if you wanted to. There we go. Monday's auction. Da, da, da. Jennifer's on it. Yeah, I do too. I keep my receipt. I think the IRS will only go back 6 years. I think. Now again, this is entertainment only. This is not tax advice. But I think the IRS is not interested in anything beyond 6 years. But yeah, I keep all my receipts, and you can scan 'em. You can take pictures of the receipts. Um, if you're fancy, you can scan them. I know QuickBooks has a way to do that where you can store them there. This is a Plantronics. This is about 50 bucks. I think it sounds pretty good. Um, Let me see here. Oh, I'm looking for my readers and they're right here in my pocket. Plantronics. If you message me, I can give you the exact model number. But yeah, they're only like 50 bucks. It's not cord. It's got a cord. It's not wireless or anything. I think they work pretty good. Yep. You too, Don. Have a great weekend. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Yeah, it depends. Are those supplies or is it for your personal use? If you're buying jewelry as like jewelry supplies, um, I would count that. Like I go to like Mr. Buys a Lot. Brian Davis has an auction, and I win an auction for $100. He sends me an invoice. I keep that invoice. That's a cost of good. That's an expense. So if you're buying jewelry to wear on your ears, is your personal use? No, that doesn't count. If you're buying jewelry to resell and part it out and piece it out because you bought this big lot of jewelry from Shop Goodwill, yeah, that's a cost of good. That's an expense, and I would keep that. Never hurts to keep every receipt. Thin Blue Lane RV Life. I think I know you. I think we met through Captain Jack Scrapper. Da, 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 da. Everybody have a good day. Thank you for being here. Sorry, Thin Blue Lane RV. This is just a quick live. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm supposed to end at 12:30. I'm already going over. And it's interesting you're here. Me and Mrs. Midwest, our bucket list is to buy a motorhome and kind of travel the country instead of staying in hotels, stay in a nice fancy motorhome. Probably do that someday. Not anytime soon, but someday. Yeah, it's a cost of good, Jennifer. So yeah, keep those receipts. Oh, the free stuff. That's good. Yeah, there's no that would be cost of goods of 0. Yeah, Captain Jack Scrapper, he's awesome. He lives like 5 miles from me. Kristen Rose. Now I feel bad for leaving because all these new people are popping in. Van life. Yeah, we won't be living on the road, but just traveling. We'll have a house and be semi-retired, but I like to travel by motorhome because it's just nice. You got a bathroom there. You can take a nap. You can pull over at rest stops. It's just convenient for road trips, even long road trips, even short road trips, even 50 miles. I would take a motorhome, make some chips and cheese and some Dr. Pepper on the side of the highway. Absolutely. Yep, Mrs. Midwest has got to go. She's got work to do. I got work to do. You can sleep in your own bed. You don't have to worry about bed bugs. That's right. Yeah, we'll see you. So I go live Sunday, 8 p.m. every single Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please come back. Join me there. I don't know if we'll have trivia and prizes or not. It all depends. But yeah, I got to cut it off. Thanks everybody for coming in. This was an experiment. I might do this every Friday at noon just for the fun of it. I have a lunch break. Got my liquid lunch here, so I might as well just go live while I'm having my lunch. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it, guys. We will see you Sunday night, 8 p.m.